get to you?
All of a sudden. That's when you know the spot hadn't been hit, when you got turkeys busting off right off the road. Yeah, that coffee's just slipping through.
Awesome.
This is a lucky glove. We'll talk more about that later. I'll be back here in a moment.
Good luck. Let's go.
Paperwork done. Nature's dues have been paid. Let's go hunting. Grant and I are walking along this edge this morning, just easing down through here, glassing. I've always liked to come into the spot and kind of observe stuff, and last year, Jake and I saw a couple nice bucks in here, and then Ted and I saw a couple nice bucks as well, but I had high hopes for this area, but the river down here is flooded this past summer, and it's just got it all different down in here. So we're going to do a little bit of scouting this morning, just kind of still hunting around. Conditions are really good for deer movement, I would say. It's cool, frosty. It just feels good for movement. I think we could get some movement later into the morning, but I don't have a lot of gas in my car, so we're kind of limited to this spot for most of the morning. So we're just going to try to figure out as much about it as we can, even though it may not help us the rest of this month. We're going to know a lot about it for November when we come back in here and rut hunt, so I think there's potential for deer up here, but if they're not here, they're probably back the other way. We're just going to move around a lot and see if we can find them. Look at those waterfowl. Isn't that gorgeous? Cormorants. Unbelievable. Got anything. Yep, seed. Yep. I'm wondering if somebody didn't pull in to the pull off up there. Bump them around a little bit. I'm hoping he's got a buddy. I'm hoping he crosses that river because it'd just be the coolest thing ever. He's acting like something's going wrong over there. Either something's going wrong or there's a big buck behind him, bigger buck.
About crossing it.
Yeah.
You heard it?
Yeah. As soon as he crosses the water.
Just get a drink.
Might, yeah. He's so unsure.
He's trying to cross it.
Yeah, I think he wants to. Because I was wondering why that little buck was running. I figured.
Here he goes. Come over here.
What duck's landing? was a buck track over there that was big at the beginning, but we've been still hunting this morning and just kind of been scouting our way along through here, mostly trying to figure out some spots for the rut on this side, because there's a lot of does in here, which we know will be good once the bucks start moving. Checking these does a little bit more frequently later in the season, but one of the reasons I like still hunting like this is you can bump into action like this, and you know, when you're out here moving around like this, if you're not in the action, I like to go find the action. We found some action. That's fun. I like it. You probably got some pretty cool footage of it. Still hunting's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Let it walk, huh?
Yeah, on that one we'll go ahead. Considering all I have is an either sex tag, I think we'll wait. Grant and I are coming in here to a different spot. All we saw was that doe since the last update. This morning we didn't see, like I mentioned earlier, we didn't see as much buck sign in there as we were hoping. Right now we're coming up a little draw where there's trails leading from the bedding down the willow bottom, coming up towards private ag fields back behind me. We got a big trail right here, there's a big rub there. And right across the fence there I can see another big rub. What are you laughing at?
Pointing with the glove.
So anyway, we're feeling pretty good about this decision to come in here. I feel like there's a lot more sign. There are a lot more oaks dropping acorns, just generally speaking. I've seen red, a few burr, I think even a couple black oak trees dropping acorns. It's more diverse like this glove. So here you've got cut off fingers, and that's kind of like the pin oaks. Over here you've just got a hole, and that's more like a cedar. Over here you got multicolors, and that's just representing general vegetation type differences. But really, it does have more diversity, more bedding cover, and it has more terrain features that kind of pinch those deer down to one spot. So I'll show you what we find. Let's go this way.
was pretty sweet.
That was one of the cooler things I've ever seen.
See how he circled down?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Funny.
Just so stealthy.
And it took him so long to get downwind. I mean, first off, that was insane. What was he, like 25 yards the whole time? Or closer? I looked up and I was like, deer, coming running right down this trail. That's just proof that the still hunting on a day like today is definitely like, I mean, you get these calm breaks like right now, and then that wind picks up. You just don't move when it's calm. You move when that wind picks up. You look, listen. Got that guy squeaking down the trail, and Grant squeaked him right around. That was awesome. Like, he saw us, and then you squeaked, and he was just like, son, I'm gonna eat that. And then he just went,
yeah,
like,
so stealthy.
Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. That might be my new favorite animal. That was sweet. That was really sweet. We actually bumped one in here 2 winters ago.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one the other day with a warp. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen one before.
Really?
That's 2 in a couple days.
That's crazy. I think they're really doing well here. So one of the things that we're wondering is how much wind we can get away with. The wind's blowing, forecasted to blow this way, and when we're on top is blowing this way. As we're dropping this afternoon, we're worried that it's going to swirl. I think the deer are bedded down in that bottom because we've been going all over the place up here. So we don't think they're bedding up top. So we're trying to get closer to where they're bedding, trying to catch the bucks, working an edge down here. And it makes me feel good, though, that he never caught our wind till he got way up and around us. Like, that's the direction that it's been blowing. So I think we're going to drop down here another 40, 50 yards and hopefully slip into a little spot here for the last hour and a half, 2 hours. Bobcat's a cool man. Well, we just got to a point where I couldn't see my pins anymore, so we stood up because we didn't hear any deer. And then we bumped that deer, but probably don't have any plans on coming back for a while, but sorry. But we had a fun day. We saw a lot of cool stuff, a couple nice bucks, bobcat, and I think that we learned that right where we set up tonight is a great spot for the rut. We got 2 major intersecting trails right here. I've always known of the trail that we're on, but I didn't know of this trail that came across. It's kind of an kind of goes up in a unique spot. It goes up through those cedars that we were in most of the afternoon, but I just realized that it's a bigger scale funnel, and basically the trail that's on this edge that intersects with that bigger funnel is going to be a great place to try to slip into for the morning sometime during the rut. But for now, that's it for this spot. I think we got a lot of scouting done today, but I never felt like we saw any spots where a big buck was for sure living, so maybe we'll revisit in a couple weeks and maybe we'll find one then. But until then, later. Hope you like that bobcat as much as I did. Go OU, Bobcat.